Hi, I'm Jeff with Motion Pro. Today we're going to be talking about cleaning fuel injectors and just how easy it is to restore the performance of your motorcycle using the Motion Pro Fuel Injector Cleaner Kit. So many of the available fuels today are contaminated with dirt and high levels of ethanol that can clog up the small spray ports in your fuel injector and significantly reduce the performance of your bike. So the Motion Pro Fuel Injector Cleaner Kits allow you to back flush the debris out of your fuel injectors against the typical flow of fuel and then flush back through in the typical direction of flow to clean all that debris out and get your bike running correctly again. The tool is available as a standard kit just with the billet manifold, as well as kits that go along with an electrical pigtail to fit your application, and you can buy the pigtails separately as you add bikes to your collection. So with the fuel injector successfully removed from the bike, we're now ready to head over to our workbench and configure this injector into the fuel injector cleaner manifold. So this particular Honda application uses a Nippon Denso fuel injector, so we have the Nippon Denso kit here with the correct pigtail to fit that injector, and that's what we will be using to clean this today. If you are using this for the first time, you will need to remove the back plate from the manifold here and install the included 9-volt battery. There's 4 screws that use a 2mm Allen wrench, and then you plug in the battery and fasten the plate back on. Now, the charge condition of the 9-volt battery is critical to the function of the tool. Now, a helpful tip to check that is to lightly press your tongue against the terminals of the battery, like so. So we will take our fuel injector here and orient it for a back flush, and we need to choose the appropriate port that fits this best, as there are different diameters available. And so we will test fit and then back off the screws, and so we can orient the clamping collar over the opposite end of the fuel injector. Now we'll run the screws back down and just lightly fasten that in place. Next, we will plug in the pigtail that is correct for our fuel injector and depress the button to check for an audible click. So now with the injector configured in the manifold for a back flush, we are ready to go ahead and perform that task. So go ahead and grab a can of Aerosol fuel injector cleaner. Be careful and do not use a carburetor cleaner, as it may damage the seals or internal mechanism of the fuel injector. So today we are going to be using our own Motion Pro Aerosol fuel injector cleaner for this job. It was designed specifically to clean out deposits left in fuel injectors without causing unwanted harm. So it is certainly the recommended product for this job. You want to go ahead and back off the lock screw there for the associated port for the back flush for your particular injector, and carefully stick the tube through there until you feel it push past the internal seal there. Once it's past the seal, you can lock the screw down to keep it in place. At this point, we're ready to back flush, so you want to hold this button down to open the injector and then apply pressure through the aerosol can. And just like that, we are back flushed and ready to spray from the traditional direction of flow. Okay, so now we are done back flushing, so we will remove the injector from the manifold, flip it over, and find the appropriate port to run cleaner through the traditional flow, direction of flow. If you leave the center screw in, you can simply pivot that over to either port. So we will just fully remove the side screw and back out the center screw. Now we can flip the injector and check the fit in both ports. Sometimes you'll need to remove a seal or O-ring. As is the case here. So you just want to remove this O-ring, you just want to carefully pinch it and scoot it out of its groove and set it in a safe, clean place. And we are going to use this port and allow this second molded seal to clamp down to the top of the manifold. Grab our side screw and we'll lightly fasten both down evenly. Again, being careful not to over tighten, as you can damage the seals. And now with these two fasteners lightly torqued down to your fuel injector, we're ready to clean this injector. So this time we will use port 1. Same thing, back off the lock nut, press the tube past the seal, and fasten this lock screw down to clamp it securely. And we will be spraying again into our catch tray. Open the injector and spray. And we're getting a really nice spray pattern there. This is a nice clean injector. It's going to perform excellent on this motorcycle. So we've successfully cleaned this fuel injector for this CRF 250 Rally. Now all that's left to do is to remove it from the tool. We're going to replace that O-ring that we removed and follow our OEM service manual to reinstall this on the bike. So our injector's in hand now, all cleaned up and ready to reinstall. Now I did mention cleaning debris before removing the injector. Some of it's hard to get to with that in place, so a Q-tip is really helpful in cleaning up any remaining dirt around the injector before we go ahead and reinstall this in the bike. So just like that, the fuel injector on this CRF 250 Rally has been cleaned, reinstalled on the bike, and everything's buttoned up and ready to go. This kit's super easy to use and pays for itself quickly compared to the cost of a new fuel injector. It's easy for storage in your shop, bring it to the track, or on an adventure bike, even just stow it away in the storage system on the bike itself. So check the links in the description below, check out motionpro.com for more information, and check it out at your favorite power sports dealer nationwide today.
For more information on the products listed in this video, click on the link in the description area below. Feel free to call us with any questions or place an order at 800-969-7501. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for all of the latest DK events, videos, and promos.